my goodness, Chit Chat Kit Kats. Well, I have been working on the van, redecorating it, and the big reveal is going to come pretty soon. I've got a couple more things to be delivered, and then I will show you the new decorations in the van. But I am loving it, okay? So I can't wait to get out on the road and be able to live in it for a while. Yes, I know, you heard me. He's so smart, he understands everything. He says, I know what ride the hawk means. I know what that is. He says, I know what that means. Yeah. So, but it is 97 here today, which means you go out to do anything in the van and it's like 107 in there. You walk in immediately, you're drenched in sweat, and I'm lightheaded anyway today. Just dizzy today, one of those days, and exhausted as it is, so I've just been kind of, a little bit up and down for most of the day today, feeling a bit nauseous and stuff. It's one of those days. But, I just want to get everything done and ready so I can get on the road for as much as possible, But Sunday, my last thing is being delivered, and then I've got to be back the 24th to go down and have the x-ray. They want to x-ray my spine and just see how, what it looks like. Yeah. Oh my goodness, so I gotta be back for that, and then they're setting me up for acupuncture, and I don't have an exact day and time yet. Okay, so they kind of leave you hanging. You don't know how long you can go for. And then July, all of July, I've got jury duty hanging over my head. So I've got to be close enough here that I can get back, in the morning for jury duty if they decide they need me. So I'm really limited with where I could go. So we'll see how things work out. Then hopefully after that, I'm not going to have anything coming up for a while, and I'll be able to take off, I hope. But who knows? I don't know, Every time I turn around, they're scheduling me for something else. I get a call. I see the VA calling, and I'm just cringing inside. It's like, oh, God, now what? What are they going to poke or prod me with this time? But, the bad thing about it, too, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's great that I've got free medical care. I can't complain with that, but, and there's a big but with that, if you're on the road, you can't go to get care. You have to come back to your primary care physician. You could go to an emergency room, if something, but, regular care, no, not available, okay? So that's the one thing that's really off-putting about it. I know when I came out here, and I had, I was between VAs because I was selling my house in Florida, living in my van. And so I went to get care, and I'd go to the emergency room, and they really didn't do anything for me. And that's when I had shingles. and I was in screaming pain. I mean, screaming pain. And trying to get shifted because I didn't have a primary doctor here, and I couldn't get any help because they still considered my primary doctor in Florida. So that was a nightmare. I finally got shifted to having a primary care physician here, but remember, we're in the midst of COVID. There are no in-person doctor appointments. You're trying to explain what's wrong on the internet because that's all we had at that point. And that was just absolutely a nightmare. So that's the one big gripe I have about the VA is that you have to go to your primary care physician. And so that's that. You're really limited to where you can travel and what you can do. So I don't know. I've got to, kind of figure things out as well. I'm still doing my Lyme protocol, really working, mostly doing the OSHA, the Artemisinin, and the OSHA and the TESOL. Okay. So I'm continuing to do those and see what's going to happen. Now, I thought that the lymph nodes were really down. No, they're still swollen. Not as bad as they were, but no, I can still feel the lumps in there. So July the 14th, I have to go to the Army hospital down here, and they said if they're still swollen, they're going to check them again. They want to do that the 14th of July. I have to be here to go to the Army hospital. I don't know. I'm just not thrilled on going on military bases. Now, I can go on any military base at any time, use any of the facilities there, but I really don't prefer to go to the military bases, okay? Yeah. But yeah, I have to go there again. But I have to say the doctor over there that I'm seeing for the ear, nose, and throat, Dr. Swift, he's a very competent doctor. I like him. He's got a good bedside manner, so I can't grouse about that. I think he is a good, competent doctor. So we'll see if they think they're too still swollen. He may want to do biopsies again. I don't know about you, but I'm not thrilled with having people stick needles in my neck. I don't like it. So, doing that as well. Now, one thing I just saw on the internet, that they are having some people that are doing the acupuncture for Lyme. Which I was surprised at. So we'll see what happens when I go to that doctor. I'm going to give you a little leak on kind of what's in the van. A lot of butterflies, okay? Lots and lots and lots of butterflies. So, yeah, that it's kind of fun. I really like the decor in there now, and it's totally different from what I had before. Remember, first time I had it very Native American. everything was Native American in there. And then this last time I had the white rabbit, and everything was just very girly. You know, was a lot of flowers and white rabbit and, you know, that stuff. Very girly. This time, you'll have to see. Very oriental, okay? So this time, very oriental, lots and lots of butterflies with it, and just really kind of fun. Yeah, makes me want to go and travel to California, San Francisco, to get some good food, because out here we do not have good Oriental restaurants, not Chinese, not Japanese, not Korean. We have some things that are some there's one Chinese restaurant that's is passable. I wouldn't say it's great. It's passable. No dim sum, no, you know, and as far as the only thing Japanese they have here, they have a ramen. One restaurant makes a ramen that's decent, you know, and you can get sushi anywhere now, but it's not great, you know. They don't season the rice enough, and then they make the fish too thin for the amount of rice. Yes, I'm particular, okay. Oh, yes. You know, I'm used to really good Japanese food, sushi, Chinese food, you know, and so when you've been around chefs that are really good chefs, okay, and then you come to these things and they're doing like mall food, doesn't cut it, okay. Yeah, my sushi chef used to make all the sushi for the 49ers and for Dianne Feinstein when she was mayor in San Francisco. He would cater all their events. Very good sushi. So when you get the real deal and you go to these fly-by-night places, you know, yeah, it's just like, yeah, not gonna cut it. So anyway, that's where that's at. I just wish the gas prices would go down enough that I could go there, but with the price of gas, it's crazy. So that's kind of what's going on today. I was thinking about doing a spirit read, but like I said, today I feel like my hands just lifting them like they weigh 10 pounds each. Okay. That is such a weird thing. You can't even lift your hands, and it just really feels like you've got weights on them. Really bizarre stuff. But I'm really happy to say my van is almost done. I have something being delivered, the blankets being delivered tomorrow, and then the bed top is being delivered Sunday. And those are the last two things I have. Today, pillows came and a rug came. So I wanted to get those unpacked and put in there right away, and I do like it, okay? I'm really happy with it. And so, yeah, so far so good. I've got clothes packed out there already. Most everything is out there. I've been running the refrigerator because in this type of heat, the reason I didn't put the van back down there and just drive my car, because I need to keep the refrigerator propane going, because otherwise it takes 2-3 days to cool down at all. So I decided, well, I'm gonna just keep the refrigerator running, and yeah. So that's what I've done. It's worked. It's still out there. I can actually put food in there and it would be okay. Now, when you're driving, the propane will blow out when you're going on highway speeds. So it's got to be cool enough that you can get from where you're at to where you're going. But what I do many times, I'll buy a bag of ice and put it in there, and that really does help to keep it cool, you know, until you can get to where you're going and can get it cranked up again. So anyway, hello to my other van person out there. I just saw I have a van person here that's vanning up in Colorado. Now, I haven't been in Colorado, so I'm going to have to go up there as soon as I can get away from this area, get enough days, you know, enough days free that I can actually go. I want to come up there and kind of explore and see what's available. So, looking forward to that very soon. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave this here, have some more iced tea, and probably chillax, you know, down for the count again for a little while. Oh my God. Oh, yesterday I had a good compliment from Lena. She really loved my hairdo and said, "Oh, you must have a really good hairdresser." And I go, "Yeah, it's me." God, you just... She thought it looked like a really expensive cut. I go, "Yeah, you put the attachment on the clippers and that's it, you're done." That's my... Oh my God. And that's it. You know, every week you just take the clippers, you have that attachment, and run it through, and that's it. So that was funny. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave this here and we'll see you online. Thank you for the questions and things. I appreciate it. And we did have a good time. I think that Lena and I are a good fit. And don't forget, tomorrow will be Hodiga time. Lena will not be there this time. It will be myself, Diane, and Hogarth tomorrow. So Hodiga time, our usual time, which will be 4 Mountain Standard Time, or 6 East Coast Time, or what is it, 1 hour. They were just telling me it's 1 hour earlier for West Coast time, okay? So I will get the link up for that in a little while. Just got to group up enough strength to do that. So thanks for tuning in. Much love and light. Thank you for the thumbs up for the, I do appreciate it. See you online.